I have about 12 frames left on this roll, and honestly, I've been kind of afraid to finish it. As film photographers, we treat these last few frames like gold dust. We wait for the perfect light or the perfect subject, but in trying not to waste film, I stopped taking photos entirely. Today, I want to speak to you about the art of wasting film and how the fear of the bad shot might be the most expensive thing that you do as a photographer. I also want to share a metaphor with you on how I've been thinking about these last shots and how I'm running through them intentionally to teach myself valuable lessons on photography. It all starts with the math. In South Africa, it's quite expensive to do film photography. I mean, you've got costs in terms of your film, your development, your scanning, and yes, I know a lot of you have been telling me to pick up development and scanning myself. I'm busy learning the scanning part, and when I have that down, I'll move on to the developing part. We'll get there. But for now, it costs me money to do these things. And that financial pressure sometimes creates a type of paralysis in me where I'm afraid to take more shots because it costs me money. A lot of times I'll raise up the camera and I'll see a shot that I like, and I don't take the shot because I'm like, I'm not willing to pay money for this. We actually have this running joke in our friend group that every time someone presses a shutter, we call out the amount of money that he just wasted or just spent on that shot. But here's the counter argument that I've been wrestling with. What is the cost of not shooting? If I save these 12 frames, yes, I'm saving money, but I'm not growing. I'm not maturing as a photographer. We cannot get better at composition by just thinking about composition. We cannot get better at light metering by just thinking about light metering. We actually have to go out and do these things. We need to get the reps in. We need to practice. We need to do it to get better at it. And I realized recently while working through a couple of rolls of film that the lab sent back that the best shots came from the times where I experimented with light and texture and something that I was unsure would work, but it turned out beautifully. So I want to do something uncomfortable today. I want to ask you to come along with me as I look at some of my waste, the shots that I took that I didn't know was going to work out, but I took them anyway. I experimented, I tried something. I want to look at them and look at the lessons that I learned because they actually came out beautiful. All right, so the first one is actually a group of 4 photos that I took recently on a beautiful morning where the sun was just coming through the windows into my study, and I wanted to capture that light, that golden morning light. And I mean, these are 4 shots that they don't really say anything, they don't really mean anything, but man, I love these shots. I think they are so good. I actually love the composition. Even though I didn't think about it, I just included the right things at the right time. I think this looks beautiful. I mean, just look at that lighting. There's a subtle thing. I love how the lighting is like this little triangle that forms on the page. I love that it like goes from small to big, and that was just a coincidence. And I mean, this photo I think might be a tad underexposed maybe. I think the lab had to push a little bit because I can see on the shadows on the left-hand side that they had to push it a little bit. But I think it turned out beautifully. I love this photo. I love that I shot it at 1.8 aperture, and you've got this like very, very focus on the corner of the curtain. And then I love the fact that I included a little bit of the plant on the left bottom hand side. Just a little bit of a abrupt interruption in the frame. And something that's a bit more personal that might not translate to you, but this tells a story of my study. This is where I spend a lot of my time, a lot of my work gets done in here. And the mornings are so peaceful in this place. And this captures the essence of the mornings in this office. I just think this photo is beautiful. With that, we've got this, which is like a zoomed out version of that. You've got my gate there at the background, which is where we enter and exit our premises every single day. And this light just fell beautifully into the window. And this was an experimentation shot. I was metering for the light, so I was really just stopped down a lot so that I can capture basically just the light. And I think it turned out awesome. You can see the context of it. I love how the light is bouncing on the mantelpiece, and you can see a little bit of the context of my study. And then this one from the other side, you've got the reflection on the right hand side of the glass window that goes to the glass door that goes into the study. And I think the shot is awesome. I really love it. And all 3 of these shots were experiments. I didn't know how they were going to turn out. They aren't exactly meaningful. This wasn't a moment that I tried to capture or something special happening, but this is but this is documenting my life. This is documenting where I work, and this is something very special. These are photos that I will actually print out and remember this place. Even if we move, these photos become a monument, a documentation of where I work. Man, I think they turned out great. I got a last one just of my table there while I was actually scripting something, and I love the shot. I don't know why I love the shot. It's not perfect lighting. There's no direct lighting falling on it, actually a bit underexposed. But man, this documents so beautifully my space as it is at present. Yeah, I love these. I love these, and they were 4 experimentation shots that I thought I wasted them. At the moment of shooting them, I thought I wasted these shots. But looking back at them now, I'm so glad I took the time and experimented with these 4 shots. So the next one is this one, where it was a Friday afternoon and I just left work and I just went like 20 minutes outside of Johannesburg where I live, and came to this coffee shop. And it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a bit cloudy, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, cloudy, and not great lighting, but I had my camera and I saw these chairs and this umbrella that wasn't set up, and I thought, let's just lean into it. Let's just lean into the bad time of day. It's not perfect lighting, it's flat shadows, there isn't much contrast in the shot. So I leant into it and I actually included the sky to bring in the little bit of contrast, and I actually love the shot. I think this is so beautiful. I'm glad I didn't get closer. I love the fact that there are these scattered leaves on the ground that give some texture to the ground. And I don't know, this is just a pleasing shot to me. I don't know what it is, but this, in the moment, once again, I thought, let me just blow off some steam, get some creative energy out, take a photo, take a couple of pictures. And this turned out beautifully. Same with this one. This was on the same day. I just love this building. I wanted to remember the moment. This is a bit more intentional, but I wanted to remember the moment where I shot these photos. So I took a photo of the restaurant. Lighting wasn't great, once again. Midday, terrible flat shadows, but I actually love how this one turned out. I think it's beautiful. And then lastly, there's this one, where one morning before work, I just saw some nice lighting on this building. This is in golden hour. It's a nice time of day to shoot. But what I didn't expect was to get that perfectly framed bird in the top left part of the frame that's just flying there, if you can see it there. And I think this shot wasn't a moment, it wasn't special, but man, this documents something of my life. I see these buildings every single day when I go to work. I see the neighborhood there in the background on the hill every single day. And this wasn't a intentional shot. This wasn't like I need to capture something here. I just took a shot. I literally took this shot to finish a roll, and I think it turned out great. I like this photo. It's not horrible. So how do we fix the paralysis? How do we get past that blocking point, the number of shots that you are at the moment and you're struggling to get past that? How do we unlock new creativity to put into those couple of photos? For myself, I'm embracing a new mindset. I'm calling it intentional repetition, where I'm giving myself permission to take 10 shots on a roll of film for complete experimentation. Not for Instagram, not for YouTube, not for any content, not for having a great shot, just for the mere fact of having the shot to experiment with and to work on and to improve my photography. Here's the metaphor that I came up with. I'm thinking of the cost of photography, not as a negative cost, as making debt, but I'm thinking of it as tuition. Tuition as in the price I pay to receive knowledge on something. It's like university tuition. You pay money and they teach you knowledge, right? It's the same with film. I am paying the money for that shot, but I am getting something in return. It's an investment in my growth as a film photographer. And I'm realizing that as I'm reframing waste as tuition, the fear of bad shots is disappearing, because even in my bad shots, I can learn very valuable lessons. So that's what I'm going to do with the last couple of photos on this roll. I'm going to go out and I'm going to challenge myself not to wait for the perfect time of day, the perfect lighting, the perfect composition. I'm going to go out and with these 12 shots, go and experiment. And I'll share the results of that shoot in a future video. They might all be terrible photos, but that's okay. I mean, that's kind of the point. I'm learning here. I'm being intentional even in my mistakes. So I want to challenge you, if you are stuck on a roll right now, go and finish it. Just go out and experiment. Take some shots that you normally wouldn't take. Even if it's just to get the bad shots out of your system so that you can load a new roll and go finish that. I realize I've been speaking a lot about intentionality and slowing down, but I think we should be careful not to slow down and be so intentional that we never practice this beautiful art. Art is risky sometimes. Art costs us money sometimes. Art is something that we give our lives to. And I think that's beautiful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, go have fun. Go make some mistakes.